for 100%. I'd like it if you could introduce yourself to start it off.
Hey, what's up? I'm SecretHumorMan, or SHM for short. You can just call me SHM. That's probably easier for everybody. I'm going to be running Duck Dodgers 100% today. It's a really fun and unique platformer for the N64. A little bit of lore-wise about the game. I originally found this game through Ace Gamer Sam, who I know a lot of people in here know of. He was playing it as part of his N64 marathon, and I was watching him, and I was like, thanks, Sam. I think this could be a really good speed game. And he was like, yeah, me too. And we ended up buying the game. Well, he owns all the games, but I ended up buying the game that night and started like messing around with it. And then I showed it off to my friends, and we kind of broke the game open and started bopping the world record over and over and over and over and over again. So now it's a really optimized game, and it's really fun. So I'm looking forward to showing it off today. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, I will say that there is a lot of platforming tricks in this game, and I'm going to stay quiet here at the beginning for just a little bit because I'm going to try to nail this pretty tough jump right here at the start of the run. It involves me going up a slide backwards. Oh my gosh, and I got it first try, so we're already looking really good. Okay, so the first thing you're probably noticing is why am I pausing the game before jumping? So the first little bit of speed tech in this game is called the hipper hop. So a long time ago when we were first starting to mess around with this game, we realized that Daffy, if you jump on the first frame after pausing, he goes super high on his first jump, and then you're able to sort of jump again. Well, you're always able to jump again because Daffy has double jump in this game. But if you jump on the first frame after pausing, he goes super high. So there's a lot of platforming areas in this game where literally Daffy just needs a little bit more height, and then he gets the atom or whatever he needs like really quickly. And so, yeah, we just abuse this. So that slide that I went up at the beginning of the game is actually where you're supposed to be coming out of in this section, but I'm doing the entire first section of the game backwards.
So for the 100% category, what all are you going to be collecting?
So in 100%, you have to collect all 100 atoms in the game. There are 5 worlds, and there are 20 atoms in each world. So you'll see whenever I enter a new area, it'll name the location of the area, and it'll also say how many atoms are in this area. So basically, it's just a run and gun, except with no gun. There's some guns in some parts of the levels, but for the most part, we're just running around grabbing the atoms as fast as we can, and then skipping on into the next area. So right there, I just did rock skip. You're normally supposed to talk to Lola Bunny right there, and she lifts off in the rocket and then removes the rock. But you can actually just walk up behind the rock and just clip behind it. That way you don't have to talk to Lola. Now I have to go backwards a little bit here for the platforming. The rockets are always a little fun to play with because of the change in speed and velocity with Daffy. I haven't got to do much of it yet, but there's another thing of speed tech in this game called tiptoe jumping. And that's where, while you're tiptoeing, if you're jumping on the first frame that you're landing, you actually get sort of a horizontal momentum boost. And so it's a lot faster to tiptoe jump across the levels rather than jump and just walk normally. So you see I came out of the slide there for the second time. That registers to the game that it's allowed to break open that rock. Currently, we don't have a way to get past that rock RTA. So we have to open it up through the slide. So you'll notice I'm like 3 minutes in, and yeah, already have 12 of my atoms. So it's a really, really fast platforming game. So again, I'm going to abuse the hipper hop here. Normally, we're supposed to fill up this moat with water in order to get up to this little doorway here. But again, if I'm jumping on the first frame after pausing, I can get up there just fine. Don't need the water. Although I will have to fill up the water later on to get this boxed atom. Yeah, so you'll notice during these long stretches, you're starting to hear the tiptoe music. You'll hear that light little, I don't even know what instrument they used for the tiptoe music, but when I'm jumping around, that's when you'll notice that I'm using the tiptoe for, again, that horizontal momentum boost.
It feels weird to ask, but how does the tiptoeing actually work?
I don't know exactly what causes the tiptoe to give it a horizontal boost. I think it's just the fact that the game doesn't expect you to be jumping while tiptoeing, because tiptoeing is a specific mechanic that you use later in the game to sneak past like sleeping enemies. And so when you jump, I don't know, the game is just like trying to get you out of the tiptoe animation and back to regular speed. So it just gives you like a little bit of a boost. It definitely is really weird. Okay, nice. I got chest proxy for a little bit of a horizontal boost there as well. A little too slow. I missed a little too many tiptoe jumps, so I missed the cycle there on the door. I'm going to have to wait here as well. So these little blue things that I'm kind of dodging for the most part, those are quarks. And that's basically just Daffy's health. So you'll notice I'm at full health in the bottom left when Daffy's up at the green. There are parts where we do take damage in order to, damage abuse. So it is important that I grab some of those quarks as we continue our journey. I'm dodging or duck dodging, exactly. All right, so we're in the final room before the first boss. So as you can see, we're already flying through this game. I've got 19 atoms. The last atom of every world is always in the boss. So we have
5 minutes, you're hitting the estimate hard.
Yeah. All right, so here I am going to take damage just to get across these spikes faster. Daffy can bounce 5 times during his invulnerability frames. And I'm actually going to wait here because I would like this quark. And I'm going to try to do another damage boost right here if I can manage it. This one's a little hard because the game doesn't let you jump while you're taking damage, but sometimes you can get over this, and I did. Very nice. And now I can just ride up this flying carpet. This game is very, very finicky when it comes to its platforming sections. Like, the game can either screw you or it can give you exactly what you want. Because eventually, you might get a big momentum boost or a velocity boost or a height boost that you need, or you might not get it. All right, now even though this cutscene is happening, I'm actually moving closer to Hassan. So this is the first boss fight. Basically, the first phase is Hassan swings his sword at you, and you have to be basically right next to him. Then he will spin, and you want to be again right next to him to reset his phase. There we go. And now I'm going to be right next to him again, so he'll chop at me really fast. 3 times. Marvin telling him to get rid of duck dodgers. Again, kicking him over, making sure I get the spin. There we go. And 3 quick chops. Yeah, I don't know who did the Marvin the Martian voice for this game, because they sound nothing like the cartoon. At least the guy who did Daffy sounds pretty accurate. All right, and we are done with World 1. 20 atoms in the bag, 80 more to go. So now we're on Planet J. The last planet we just did was Planet E. So now we're on Planet J. This is like the downtown planet. And we're going to be going into a bunch of different, like, downtown buildings, if you will. So the first thing we're going to do is the art gallery. This will be the first time we get to see Daffy's laser gun. Accidentally running into the energy field there. So I'm grabbing Daffy's energy gun. The energy gun is actually like such a crap weapon. Like, it really is not useful. You'll notice it takes me 3 bullets just to blow down the door there. I have to grab this key from the vase. That key opens up the door at the end of this section. Trying to avoid the security guards who are whacking me with their clubs. And now I get out of here. All right, so now I'm in the research library. So this level, this area of the game used to be actually a pretty big pain until one of the other guys who runs this game, Captain Cole, found out that there's a really easy way you can do the key section. But we're not getting to the key section just yet. I'm going to open up this vase, grab a quick atom. Ooh. Now I'm going to jump over the bookcase with a hipper hop. Now, normally when you grab this key, Daffy moves really, really slow and not with his regular velocity. However, once again, if you tiptoe while running into the key, the game doesn't register that you've actually picked up the key. So he gets all of his regular movement and velocity. So we get to just go through that platforming section really quickly. All right, so now we're in the Hedge maze. This is a top-down section, and I'm actually going to do a really tough jump here to get on top of the Hedge maze. That way I don't have to deal with the guards. And I'm trying to remember where the atom is. There it is. All right, I'm going to do another couple hipper hops to get back on top of the Hedge maze so that I don't... Oh, no, I have to go back now.
So this is technically an out of bounds, right?
Yeah, technically, like, because we're going up and over the Hedge maze, it is an out of bounds.
Are there many more like this?
There are not a lot of, like, technical out of bounds, if you will. It's more of just getting the extra height in order to skip certain platforming sections. God, I'm doing terrible with my hipper hops here. There we go.
It is interesting to see how just the smallest little bit of extra vertical height breaks everything.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're going to finish up in the art gallery here. Yeah, I knew I was going to miss that cycle. That's okay.
Have I got a second for a donation?
Yeah.
I've got $50 here from Joe Bagel. Here's the $50 for the 2 carts. Thank you for having me again to showcase my favorite game. Looking forward to more amazing speedruns like the Mega Man Maker Run. Thank you for $50. Can't wait to see that myself, if I'm honest.
All right, all done with the art gallery. That's our first save of World 2. Now we have to do probably the worst part of World 2. We have to play good old Pong in the Penny Arcade. Now, Pong is either something that I will nail first try or will take 5 minutes doing, because the computer AI that faces you in Pong is actually pretty tough. So the good news is that the Pong in AI will always go for whatever Daffy comes first towards his screen. So sometimes I can manipulate it by taking a damage early and then hitting a slow Daffy over to his side. However, it looks like I'm getting screwed RNG, and my game just crashed. That's interesting.
Oh.
I've never seen that. I took 3 at the same time and my game crashed. But that's okay. I have a save literally coming out of the art gallery, so we are only losing the time to get back into the game. But that was nice and interesting.
Well,
nothing like having something that's never happened before.
yeah, there we go. We have to finally have our first that's never happened before.
All right. Unfortunately, the save will start me back on the ship, but I just have to walk over to the Pong area. If I can remember where it is, let me see. We're going this way. All right, so like I said, Pong was either going to be easy or we were going to spend 5 minutes doing it. All right, going back into Pong. We'll see if we get a little bit better odds this time around.
AI must have been on its hardest difficulty. The one where it just kills you.
Right. All right, so I'm going to take 1 there. So taking 1 spawns the slow Daffy. So you'll notice he goes for the slow. He goes for whichever Daffy comes to his side first. So when he's going for the slow ones, he misses the fast ones. So there you go. I just scored on him again. And just scored on him again. And I'm going to score on him again really quick. There we go. And we win. That's what we wanted to see the first time, but that's okay. All right, so we're done with Pong. And now we have to go to our next mini game in downtown. We're going to go to the basketball court, and we're going to do some Space Jam. Cue the music.
Oh, baby, come on. It's time to slam now.
There you go. Perfect.
I'm not going to sing it, but welcome to the Space Jam. Let's go.
All right, so in the basketball gym, we just have to score 10 baskets before time runs out. Baskets are really easy. Basically, you just double jump, press Z at the right time to release the ball. There is some lucky occasions where the ball can bounce literally straight up and down through the basket, and you can score multiple goals, but it's really, really tough. Somehow that basket didn't go in. Ref. A good time for this that I usually get is like 45 remaining, but it just depends on what angle the basketballs bounce back to you. Oh, that didn't go in. All right, 41. Not terrible. Yeah, come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, if you want to jam. All right, done with basketball. Now we're going to our third and final mini game of World 2. We have to do boxing. Boxing is like the only mini game in here that is just on its own cycle. We don't have a way to speed this section up yet. There's only a certain amount of time that you get to box out the champ. And that's when you're allowed to hit him, is when he's dodging his face like that, or he's blocking his face. So then again, just like Hassan, we let him punch at us 3 times, and then we move out of the way, and then we hit him. I gotta be careful. I don't want him to kill me.
I thought this was a boxing match.
I know, right? It's a duck dodging match. that Extendo boxing glove is just such a meme.
I feel like that has to be cheating, right? Right?
It definitely is a little bit of cheating. But as you can see, like the frame that I'm hitting the boxer on, it like changes all the time. Like sometimes I'll hit him when he's blocking with his hands, and sometimes the game won't let me. All right, so I got to come around the back here. This is where the Atom spawns. If only we got to take this boxing glove with us, but the game takes it from us when we leave. All right, so now we're going into the sewers. And the sewers has some pretty interesting platforming sections as well. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go through the sewer exit, but before I do that, I'm going to jump on top of the sewer exit to get enough height to jump over to this atom. This saves a few seconds if I do it first try. And it loses time if I don't, so we'll go for it.
I love how very clearly the sewer entrance button is labeled not to push, and it's the first thing you do upon coming in.
Right, exactly. Okay, so this is the sewer control room. This is kind of like another meme room because you're not supposed to be able to get into this exit without flooding the room with water. You're supposed to be swimming through this pipe. But again, with a hipper hop, we get enough height to just get into the pipe, and then we don't have to swim. Swimming is fast in this game as long as you're swimming underwater, but it's still much faster to do tiptoe jumps through the pipe so we don't flood it. All right. And now we're in the wind tunnel. Don't ask me why they have a wind tunnel in the sewers, because that makes 0 sense. Basically, this section is just not getting hit by the green goop to slow you down. That way you make it through both of the fan cycles. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it through this one. Yep. No problem there. Now I'm going to use the goop to speed me a little bit.
feel like having a wind tunnel and a nuclear waste-filled sewers is an extra level of negligent.
It's definitely interesting. All right, so now we're in the sewer rat chase. We're never going to see the rat because I'm never going to go that slow, but there's a mechanical rat chasing us right now. Hey, Sam, what's up, dude? Yeah, your favorite game. So again, I'm just tiptoe jumping. I've actually made it through both of the door cycles, which is really nice. I'm going to make it through this one, too. That was really nice. I didn't hit any doors there. Okay, so now we have our final section of... Well, actually, this is the second final section. So we have the Garbage Chute. Okay, I was like, where the hell is the Atom? Uh-oh, please, Atom? The Atom got stuck. I don't know if I can save this. Okay, there we go. The Atom is supposed to fall down the water, and it got stuck. So now I have to jump back and grab it. Okay, I got it. I can't believe I was able to save that. So the Atom is supposed to be falling through the pipes, and you're like trying to catch it in the water. And it literally got stuck behind the pipe. So I had to jump back and grab it.
Imagine that happening to you on a casual playthrough.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to probably come all the way. I don't know if when you reload the section, it tumbles down again, or if it just stays there forever. So I'm glad that I caught it before it happened.
That's kind of funny that it actually has collision instead of just being scripted.
Right, exactly. Oh, I had meant to fall onto that platform, so I didn't have to do this section, but that's okay. You can come out of that chute and immediately hug right and be on this section, but I think I just didn't hold right fast enough. Yeah, so you'll see that World 2 was obviously much longer than World 1. That's kind of going to be the it's kind of going to be the motive of the game, or the pattern, if you will. The motif, that's what I was looking for. All right, so we're done with downtown. We're going to go into the final section. We're in the warehouse. This is Rocky's warehouse. I got to grab 2 extra atoms, and then we're going to go fight Rocky. Let me do hip or hop here to get up. Thank you. I'm missing an atom.
Is this a good time to read off some information real quick?
Yeah.
Well, first off, before I start anything, guys, we do still have a milestone that is just a scrape away from being met for the demo showcase for Duck Dodgers. If you'd like to see an early prototype, and also I'm sure you can fill me in a little bit more on it, of this game, then I would definitely suggest getting your donations in. We're still only around 800 off from that being shown off.
Oh, man. Well...
What exactly happened?
Okay, so I didn't realize what save I was accessing, and now I've lost like 10 atoms. So we're just going to pretend that I have all the atoms, just so that I don't keep us going way over estimate. And I'm just going to do the skip to get into the warehouse here. So what happened was when we went back to do Pong, when the game crashed, I forgot to grab the atom on top of the penny arcade.
Oh, no.
And so once you enter the warehouse through how we did in 100%, you're not able to go back out. Oh my gosh, I'm having the worst luck here. Okay. I tried to do the any percent skip into the warehouse and then failed it, so got to try it again now. We're off to a great start. Yeah, so I've never had the game crash on Pong, so I was not ready for what was to happen next. We'll say that.
Hopefully you're able to recover this just fine. I guess in the meantime, while you get the run back on track, I'll go ahead and read off a little bit of information about the charity we're doing this for, which is, hopefully if I don't butcher it, Les Petits Rois. Our mission is to promote the education and development of children with intellectual disabilities, whether or not they fall on the autism spectrum, throughout the entirety of their lives. We offer tools and support projects dedicated to providing them with stimulating, adapted environments to facilitate their path towards a life of autonomy and personal growth. And I'd like to personally thank anyone who does donate towards them. It's a very good cause, and I think that the amount of donation going towards it from this event is just heartwarming, to say the least. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, well, the bad news is that just due to reloading the save, and I just don't want to waste everybody's time grabbing all the items again, we are tentatively going to finish with like 88% instead of 100%, but there's no like secret ending that we're missing or anything. So just pretend.
How many atoms were actually needed to finish the game?
The atom count to finish the game is like 6 or 7. Like the any percent is really, really slow, or really, really fast rather. All right, so normally I'm not supposed to be over here with Rocky. I'm supposed to be throwing the bombs at him from the other side. But this is actually faster because now when I'm over here with Rocky, we can get rid of his slow bombs and only get his fast bombs. Because you'll notice sometimes he throws the bombs and there are 7 seconds remaining, 9 seconds remaining, or 4 seconds remaining. So when we're over here, we can jump kind of off the edge to get rid of his 9 bombs. Oh, we wanted that one. That one was only 3. There we go. Get rid of that one. And this one was an 8. We probably could have gotten rid of this one. So the good news is I'm only like 2 minutes or so behind in terms of where my estimate was. So we should be able to pick it up.
I do have one donation here, if that's good.
Yeah, great.
I got a $25 donation from G-Virus. I just want to thank all the viewers and donators for their incredible generosity and support, but I also want to thank from the bottom of my heart our team of volunteers who have made this event the smoothest online edition we've ever had so far. Oh, he's giving me some French to try to say. Merci tout le monde. Listen, I've only just been recently learning French, and I'm sure I messed that one up too.
All right, so we're finally done with Planet J. Now we're back in the next planet, which is Planet N. This is actually we're not on the planet technically. We got caught by Captain Sam, Yosemite Sam, on our way to Planet N. And now we're in his jail ship. So we have to break out of the jail first.
Hopefully the extra time that you bought will allow us to get that incentive met. Because
yeah, that would be cool.
I would actually really love to see the demo showcase of this. I'm always really fascinated by prototype builds.
What's even cooler is the prototype was literally like just released. Like I had already signed up for this game and was like ready to show it off before that became a thing. So it in between me submitting and me getting it into the marathon, it came out. So it's definitely a really neat sort of thing. Kind of shows what all they had planned for this game and kind of what fell through and things like that.
It's preordained, everybody. Fulfill the prophecy. Come on.
All right, so we got through the first part of the jail cell. This is the second part where we are cruising around. I really hate those green robot guys. Okay, we're coming into our first fake elevator. What I mean by that is this is literally an elevator that it looks like it's going up or down, but it actually just closes the doors on you and does this effect. The room actually doesn't ever move. So if there's any speedrunners out there who can get us through those doors, you save all that time going up the fake elevator. Any glitch hunters out there?
Oh, it's the classic moving textures, and then you just have the other side open.
Yes, exactly. Okay, and we're going to do a intentional damage boost here to just get past the goop. Okay, I was like, Daffy, can you just go in? All right, so now we're going to do some unintended strats here. So there are atoms at the top of these space pillars, and you're supposed to do some platforming, but we're actually going to cheat. We're going to go outside the spaceship into space and get the gravity, the zero gravity, to sort of flap our way up and then double jump onto the platforms. So I'm going to do this as well to the other side. I'm going to... There we go. Oh, I missed.
Kind of amazing to watch.
Yeah. So I have to be careful with how long I spend outside in outer space, because if you spend too long outside, Daffy's head blows up and then you die. So,
Excuse me?
yeah. It gets really, really big and then it explodes. So we have to get inside quick. Luckily, that was pretty good there. Didn't get it first try, but we're good. All right, so now we're going into Elmer's spaceship. We don't actually ever see Elmer, but this is his spaceship, and for whatever reason, it's parked inside Captain Sam's space parking lot here. This is just a really boring section where I push a block until I open up this path. There we go.
So you're telling me that Elmer Fudd has a spaceship?
Yes.
I wonder what he hunts out here.
Space rabbits.
You know, I didn't want to say it, but it makes more sense than I admit.
So that atom right there I just got before leaving Elmer's spaceship, that is actually one of the first intended orbs that you get with the tiptoe. Because if you don't tiptoe towards that atom, it sees that you're coming and it disappears to the other teleporter. So you want to tiptoe into it and then grab it before it can change. So now we're in the warehouse district. We're just going through this little wood maze to grab some more. Oh, yes. I guess I should have said space wabbits, right?
Yes.
That would have been more accurate.
Space wabbits.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting space wabbits. Trying to do a hipper hop here to gain some height. Failing. I'm usually pretty on par with my hipper hops, but I'm having trouble right now. Might just be because it's a marathon setting.
Hey, marathon just seems to impact everyone always. No other time would your game cart crash. I bet it was waiting.
There we go. That wasn't too terrible. See if I can do another one. Nice. That was a good hipper hop right there. Feels really good to get those first try.
Actually, do I have a moment?
Yeah.
All right. Also, yes, I actually really like seeing stuff go smooth every now and then, because, like you said, that is a frame perfect trick, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're jumping on the first frame after unpausing.
So Be sure to keep that in mind, folks. That is way harder than he's making it look.
Oh,
Anyways,
come on, game. Please let me through.
I have a $6 donation from Midnight Vesper. Fixing donation palindrome. Should have sent a palindrome message, too.
Okay, being really careful here because I have 1 health. Oh my gosh, Daffy, just move. What is this slow walk he's doing? Alright, got the quarks, we're back to full. Gotta exit out the back here. Alright, so now we're in the flight test range. So first thing we have to do is we have to help this guy clear out all these robots. We want to kick these robots when their lights aren't on, otherwise they'll hurt us. So I'm trying to get to each of them as their lights turn off. So far, so good. This was actually really smooth here. I'm going to take damage here kicking this one because it's the last one. So then he says, thank you, and he opens up the secret passageway. And now we get to do our first vehicle, if you will. We get the hover pack, or the heli pack. So we're going to be flying through these rings. The game gives you a minute to fly through these rings, but it's like super easy. And then what the game does is the game leaves the helipack for you to like play around with and experiment with. So we're going to take it through the rest of this section, which you're not supposed to do.
You said rings, and I immediately had Superman 64 flashbacks.
Hey, it was pretty close to Superman 64 right there with that gameplay, don't you think?
I mean, considering how you went through them pretty smoothly, I'd say it was pretty different.
That's true. All right, so I'm tiptoe jumping with the jetpack too because Daffy moves really slow. But as you can see, there's this big platforming section in here with the water mills, and we just don't care about it at all. We're just going to skip right to the end with the helipad, grab the item, and dip on out of here.
I wonder why they let you just walk right out with it.
Yeah.
You can depend on me.
All right, so now we're going into the second section of the warehouse. Going into the, I don't even know what to call this. I guess we could call it like the control panel part, maybe? We're going to go into Gossamer's cell. Now, in the 100% world record, they do a out of bounds here. So when Gossamer runs out of his cell, he crashes through the back of that hallway there and creates a opening out to space like we were doing before in the warehouse, if you remember that part where we were gaining height. So what you can actually do is if you go out into outer space there, you can gain height and clip back inbounds and then fall into the loading zone of the end of this section. Only reason I don't do it is it's really tough to navigate the out of bounds section. And obviously, if you stay out there for too long, you die and you have to do it all again. So for the marathon, I opted not to go for it.
So do all out of bounds areas just count as space, or is it just this area specifically?
This area specifically does count as space because it is outer space. But the rest of the out of bounds sections are not like that. All right, so we're going to go into our GoldenEye section here. Now, while we are in first-person mode, Daffy has some unique characteristics. You can actually hold R and be tiptoeing to get out of third person. Or we can do our tiptoe jumps and go in and out of third person. The other thing is when Daffy jumps sideways, he moves really, really fast. So we're going to try to jump sideways in this room. There we go. Grab the item super fast. We're going to jump sideways back out of this room. Again, these elevators are just fake elevators, so Any speedrunners who can get through these, you know, big ups for you if you can find it for us. The only problem with jumping sideways is I pretty much have to claw the controller, and it's really hard to claw the controller with how I'm currently doing it.
Oh, the infamous N64 claw. Beautiful.
Yeah. Because I have to press A while also holding C right. So it is a little bit of a claw. Gonna damage boost here to get over. Yeah, and when you take damage, you go back in a third person too, which I think is really funny. Do a hip or hop here, followed by another hip or hop here.
How do I do it?
And now I'm tiptoe jumping in and out of third person. Sorry to the motion sickness fans at home. We got one more elevator to ride.
Boy, with the amount of elevators, it really is quite a big thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of time to be saved if we could find a way to skip the elevators.
First one to find it and do a full run with it, and probably get a world record.
Morning, gentlemen. It is I, G-Virus, with now 100% more sleep.
Hello.
Hello. We just got two pretty good raids from two of my good friends, DDR Dave and Super Mega Dave. We got the Dynamic Dave duo raiding us right now. I just wanted to say thank you guys. I appreciate you.
All right, we're doing the easiest game assignment says now. We have to do it 3 times. It's the easiest game assignment says because we don't have to wait until the code is done. We literally just get to mimic them right after they give it to us.
Wow, that's cheating.
Hey, that's the way they programmed it, man.
Hey, you know what? If they let you, it ain't cheating.
That's right.
Simon says just push the button that's lit up.
All right, coming down another water pipe before we get to the end of the control room. We have to go through this crazy swinging platforming section. This is probably some of the fastest momentum we'll see Daffy when I do this jump here. Because the game launches him. As you can see, he's slammed against the door. There we go. And now we can get out of here. I'm not going the right way.
Feels strange. I don't even really know what this area is anymore because they've had a water slide right into what looks like an engine room.
Yeah, that room was called power generators. So why they also had water in there is beyond me.
Water, a giant bottomless abyss. How big is this ship?
Yeah. Well, I don't think this specifically is the ship. I think this is like the space station, if you will. Like, think of it as like the Galactic Empire space
My
station.
space parking garage has a giant slip and slide.
Yes, exactly. All right, so luckily this world went a lot better than World 2 because I'm at 19 atoms, which means I'm ready to go fight the boss. And the boss is none other than Sam himself. Actually, I want this quark. Changed my mind. I would like to have full health going into Sam. Because we have to do damage abuse strats in Sam. As you can see, we're at 47% when we should be at 59%. So, unfortunate.
Hey, the palindrome will live on. That's all that matters.
All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to jump into the base and take damage while running into Sam. And For whatever reason, when Sam's on the button and he gets hit by the bomb, he takes 2 damage instead of 1. So this fight would normally be twice as long, but we make it really easy when he comes over here and gets on the button. And Sam is dead. All right, well, we're only 2 minutes behind. So all in all, this has still been a pretty decent run. We should come in under estimate. All right, so now we're on planet P. This is the winter planet. And it's also one of the longer planets. Oh, and I jumped right onto the X, which I didn't want to do.
We are getting some guesses as to what that ship was. It's got water cooling power generators. It's either a PC or it's a Costco fridge.
Yeah, I mean, both of those make sense to me.
It checks out. If
So there are a
any
couple-
we're good.
There are a couple pretty long sections in here that we're going to go through. We're eventually going to enter this big stone pyramid. Oh, dang it. Missed the double jump to get on top here.
Oh no.
We're eventually going to go into that stone pyramid. And this, what I'm trying to do is much faster than going around and climbing it. Come on, Daffy. There we go. That's what we're looking for.
You can depend on me. The lights went out all over the world.
So I'm
All right,
guessing.
so we're gonna go. Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
interrupted you.
No, you're good.
I was going to ask about jumping up the slopes. It seems like it's just like a really short window to go up, right?
Yeah, so technically you're not allowed to jump while you're on a slope unless it's one of the first few frames that you're jumping up there. And sometimes not even then can you get it, depending on what slope it is. Okay, that was like the worst attempt at a hipper hop I've ever done in my life. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, I bumped into the ice thing. Are you kidding me? Normally the ice thing is away from that section, but I ran into it there. Yeah, so you notice that while I'm in the water, I'm definitely attempting to swim because swimming is much faster than just doggy paddling on the surface. This is the planet of good old ice physics. We speedrunners love our ice physics, don't we?
Oh, isn't it beautiful? Having basically no control at times.
Yep. I think Planet P, the one that we're on currently, is one of the hardest levels because there are a lot of optimization strats that are really, really tough to go for. So we're supposed to get this atom at the end of a slide, but they let you walk up the edge of the slide, so we're literally just going to grab it now.
You can depend.
And now we're supposed to do this big platforming section to get over to this. But what we can actually do is jump in this corner. It'll let me. There we go. Oh, well, I hit the snowball anyways, so we're going back in the water. There we go.
A little cartoony cutscene of getting swallowed by the snowball is just beautiful.
Yeah. All right, so we grab one under the water here. There's another one in this tunnel. And then this is called the Detention Area. So for whatever reason, there are 4 seals trapped inside igloos. And the daddy seal wants you to free them all. And then only when you free them all will he open up the door to get out of here.
Devilishly
So the only problem is trying to get on top of these igloos is pretty tough. I'm going to try to do a moving hipper hop here. Oh, and I just missed it, so I'm going to go grab the rocket now. If I got that moving hipper hop, that would have saved a bunch of time, because now I don't have to dilly-dally all the way over here for the rocket, but we'll just come grab the rocket because we're already behind.
I will say I do love the overall cartoony aesthetic of this game. It really does try to keep it as close to the source material as possible in some cases.
Whoa, we just got a big proxy off the seal there. I've never seen that. Okay. I'm pretty sure we can just get on top of this. Yeah. All right. All 4 seals are free. Now I can go talk to Grandpa Seal or Daddy Seal. I don't actually know. I don't actually know the seal's name.
If you want to call him Daddy Seal, I'm not going to stop you.
I'm going to say he's Granddaddy Seal because he's got a pair of old-timey glasses on. He just looks like a dad. Or he looks like a granddad versus a dad. Versus a daddy. Call him Daddy, right?
All right, Chad, you can call him Daddy.
Does Daddy Seal kiss a rose from the grave? All right, so now we're in the ancient pyramid. A lot of tricky things here. And I'm at 1 health already, so I'm kind of spooked.
Don't worry, it's a no-hit run. You've got it.
I think let's go ahead and get a free quark here, just to be safe. Gonna jump onto this narrow platform. You want to be careful when jumping because Daffy, when you grab the atom, still keeps his momentum, so it's really easy for Daffy to just walk off and die right there while you grab that atom. All right, so we finished the ancient pyramid, and we're going to get shot out from the pyramid head into this ice block, which is going to open up this next section.
I was going to ask, are those quark dispensers just oversized Pez dispensers?
Yeah, and they'll give you unlimited quarks too, so it's just like it's just free health refills whenever you need them.
Yeah. How do I do it?
That was a really nice hipper hop. So I have to get up here. I have to ground pound this ice block to free the atom inside. Nice, that was a good thing. It fell right on top of me. That's what we wanted. Oh.
If I've got a second, I've got another donation here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another $25 from G-Virus. Palindrome. We're in North America, so it's an NTSC indrome. I hate that joke. But thank you for the donation.
Oh, okay. We're just going to do this level the regular way. So you can skip a lot of the platforming in here with 2 hipper hops, but unfortunately, couldn't get the second one. All right. Okay, now we have to do the slippery slide time trial, and we actually have to do the slide twice. So we do it once for under 46 seconds, and we do it another time for under 41. And then we get 2 free atoms. So there's no real strategy with the slide besides just trying to dodge all the obstacles. You can gain enough speed to go like really, really fast around some corners, but Daffy's movement is just super weird. Also, come on, Daffy, go a little faster. There we go. Now he's zooming. All right, well, I got 38 the first time. Let's do that the second time. All right, now we take the magic teleporter and go back up to the top of the slide.
You can depend on me.
That's how we don't have to talk to Granddaddy Seal.
Oh no, I thought it was Daddy Seal. What happened?
Yeah, that's right, Daddy Seal.
So you're just trying to beat 45 and 41 seconds respectively?
Yeah.
How do I do it?
Honestly, the amount of momentum you build up from just going for a few seconds seems really, really hard to control.
Yeah. So when you see the camera like struggling to keep up with Daffy, that's how you know my speed is like really, really fast. And yeah, that is when it's really tough to control. All right, so now we're in George's cavern. We're gonna try not to mess with George. George is the abominable snowman, if people remember from the cartoons. He can grab Daffy and choke him, so we don't want that. Now, there is a super optimal strat for this room where you actually jump on top of George. The game actually has like an invisible wall up there that you can land on because they don't ever expect you to get that much height. But it is really, really tough, and if you fail it, George chokes you, so I don't go for it.
Yeah. How do I do it?
All right. Easy enough. We got out of there.
You can depend on me.
Back to the main Arctic area. Now I got to go down and do one final section before we get to the final boss. Now, the final boss of this level is the only non-Looney Tunes character. The final boss of this area is literally just a tiki head. So I don't know why they couldn't come up with like another like enemy, but they don't have one. So
I mean, they have George. Why didn't they just make you fight George?
yeah, they could have made you fight George, and George could have literally done the same thing that this tiki head does. So maybe they just didn't want to add all the different animations for George doing what the tiki head does, because the tiki head basically just jumps around and like smashes platforms for you.
Makes me wonder, how far does the prototype go?
So the prototype is the full game. It's basically like the prototype slash the debug like developers tool. So there's a lot of different things that you can play around with in the wait, where did I miss an atom, Cole? I've missed many atoms. If you're just talking about if you're just now tuning in, Cole, yes, I have missed a ton of atoms. But if you're talking about an atom in this world, then rip.
I think we're having some slight technical difficulties, but I think we're back.
Oh, I know exactly which one I missed too.
Oh yeah, but along my line of thought for the prototype, was the boss for this world still the tiki head back then?
I actually haven't gone back to check the I haven't gone into the boss fights to check them. But it's possible that it still was. I imagine it still was because they didn't change it.
It's just interesting. I have all these curiosities now, and they can only be fulfilled if you guys meet that milestone. We're still only around 600-ish off. Let's make that final push, shall we? I've got a couple of donations as well, as whenever you got time.
Very clever.
All right, so here's our fourth boss, big old tiki head. The only thing we do is try to run away from it, and we try to have it to where it's done running. We want it to be as close to a corner as possible. because that's when it slams down on the ground. And then we just want to make sure that we're on the right one.
Oh, and the tiki head just flies. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he just like I said, he bounces around. Like George could have easily done this, right? I mean, what all is he doing but just running around, jumping? Didn't have him near a corner there. I think it's funny too because you don't actually deal any damage to the tiki head. It's dealing damage to itself every time it jumps up and lands on the ground. So it could literally just keep you here forever if it wanted.
Seems like he's just smashing himself the entire time. Or maybe he just gives up. I don't know. Well, while you fight the boss, I've got 2 donations here. I've got a $15 donation from Ace Gamer Sam. Let's get that demo showcase, please, shall we? And 2238 from G Virus. My son Video called me yesterday. He said, "Dad, why did you name me Video?" What? Okay. What? Is there a second part to that, or am I okay? Read it again slowly. My son Video called me yesterday. He said, "Dad, why did you name me Video?" Oh, it's stupid. Oh, I hate it. Oh. Oh, for... Thanks, G.
My work here is done.
I'm never free of these puns, man. I come back, G's gonna keep me on just to make me read more puns.
Alright, we're gonna go back. Gotta go back to Planet P and get this atom that I missed.
Are you ready?
Chat's right, the dad joke is only good when it hits you the hardest. I'll admit, the run really feels like it slows down after the first 5 minutes. Those went by so quickly.
Right, yeah.
Considering the pace was around like 20% in 5 minutes, and then an hour later, we're at what?
We're at 80 now.
80.
An hour later.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's still like not terrible for, you know, the insane fast pace of the start, but man, the amount of effort into each of these atoms now.
Yeah. All right, we have all 20 atoms from this world. Now we're ready to go to the final world. Going back to Planet X. Well, okay. Wait, really?
Have another.
Are you ready?
Okay, I was like, is it going to let me go to Planet X? All right. Now we're on Marvin's planet. This is the final planet of the game. And a lot of these atoms are also pretty fast, especially towards the beginning. But once we get into the lab, then we're going to start taking a little more time per atom. So this is Cavern Alpha. Now, all of these caverns in the beginning here have this guy who bowls you. I didn't mean to get caught there.
Is he just stealing quartz from you?
Yeah, he bowls you and then he hurts you. Not fun. Okay, slide over that slope. I'm going to do a hip or hop on top of this tree. As you can see, I carried the momentum there, went over the tree. Now we're going to go into Cavern Beta. And this cavern is even easier. Where do we jump up here, grab the item, leave? Again, something that you wouldn't be able to do without a hip or hop, but because we have hip or hop, that just makes that section so easy. We're going to do the same thing in Cavern Gamma.
I have another $5 donation from G. Last Christmas, we bought a fake Christmas tree, and the guy behind the counter said, "Are you going to put it up yourself?" My dad said, "Don't be disgusting. I'm going to put it in the living room." Gee, I hate it. Stop.
Quality. All right, now we have the most random section of this game. We have to take the Acme spaceship over to another wormhole to grab an atom in a different dimension. And I'm literally going around the entire outskirts of this section. I'm holding Z to go fast, and I'm pressing A to reduce lag to go inside the spaceship versus this view.
I feel fear just seeing Acme written on it.
Right, yeah. That just makes you think like the ship's going to blow up at any moment. Okay, here we go. We come all the way out here to outer space to grab this one atom. Now we have to go all the way back. I really think it's funny that Duck Dodger says yoinks it away, too, when he gets into the spaceship, because that's something that Daffy says as Robin Hood in the cartoons. He says yoinks it away when he's playing Robin Hood, not when he's playing Duck Dodgers. So the game, the developers got a lot of this game just kind of screwy.
It's all over the place. It's like almost faithful, but then, you know, there's some things that just don't make sense. Which for Looney Tunes is impressive.
All right. So we're inside Marvin's lab. We got to do both sets of teleporters here. Yeah, see, Mad Dog gets it. Yoinks it away, smacks into the tree. Yoinks it away, smacks into the tree. Does it like 4 times in a row. Okay, so we're gonna get our second little vehicle here. We're gonna get the jetpack. The jetpack is way, way, way faster than the helipack. Oh no! I fell. That was not good. Basic platforming skills. I lack. Ooh. He protect, he attack, and most importantly, he lack.
Oh no, G has got a lot more donations in. You ready for a couple of more bad ones?
All right, let's hear them.
All right, $5 from G Virus. E, I'd like to check these books out. Librarian. Sorry, that's actually against the rules. Me, huh? Librarian. You see, checking them out only makes them shelf-conscious. I got a white screen strat. Yeah, that's not looking good. Chat, you still hear the awful puns? The most important thing. Oh, good.
No, don't go back this way, please. Thank you. This room is pretty terrible. This room is literally just pray to God you get bounced in the right direction. Now we're going into the low gravity slow-mo room. And now we're in the high gravity fast room.
Finally found the pinball. I got the other pun ready here. Another $5 from G. The greatest thing about colonoscopy, it's all behind you. Oh, these are starting to hurt more and more to read.
Can I grab this quark, please? Thank you.
So while I'm looking here, he just has egg robots.
Yep. Well, wait till you see the second to final boss.
Is there any, like, symbology here I'm missing, or did he just decide eggs on legs would be...
He decided eggs. It is Planet X. Planet X? Planet Eggs? I don't know.
Scrambled eggs. Got it.
Pick up the atom. There we go.
Wait, nope, now I get it. Eggs on legs. Nope, no, I don't get it.
All right. Now we're in a bunch of space zones. Huge death plane below us. So we want to be very careful with our platforming. I say as I run right into lasers.
Gad, how do I...
Boy, the massive open space area is just very intimidating, considering how much you're hopping around.
Yes. Whew. Yeah, I'm playing it a little safe. Little safe.
You call this safe?
I'm trying to speed up here. I know I'm behind. All right, now we're in the Beta space zone. We're doing some jetpack manipulation here. Oh, I took fall damage. Can't control myself in taking fall damage, unfortunately, so gonna fall right off the edge there. There's one death. Let's try that again.
Oh, no.
Wait, so when you're in that little dizzy animation, he just walks around on his own?
Yeah. And it's gonna do it again. Please, Daffy. Nice, he stayed on that time. Oh, the Martians are chasing me. All right.
You can depend on me.
Wait, those Martians are just slightly more polygonal ducks.
You can depend on me.
They're actually, if you are familiar with the Looney Tune cartoon, they're instant Martians. What is it called? Marvin makes them by, he puts like a seed down and then he just adds water and they become instant Martians.
I was gonna ask if it was just to add water. I didn't expect that to be literal.
Yeah. He like waters them with a watering can. All right, so now we're in the final space zone. We're gonna put on the instant Martian space suit.
They have a suit?
Yeah. See, look, I'm wearing my disguise. They don't know that it's me, Duck Dodgers.
It's just a boy with a broken neck. Don't mind him. Oh, boy, G-Virus is keeping the $5 train going all on his own. Another $5. Cooking pro tip of the day. Always use self-raising flour, as it usually takes care of itself.
No. Okay. You definitely don't want to take damage from those saucer guys, because big chance that you will fall off the edge there as those stairs descend. So thank God we survived.
Ooh.
Okay, so now we're in the most random part of the run. This is the transformation zap. So first it's going to transform us into Screwball Daffy. There's no way to avoid this currently. So this is called Screwball Daffy because if you look at his tail, it's got a image of a screw and then a baseball. So This is Screwball Daffy. And the only thing Screwball Daffy gets to do is jump. And I'm already so weak. I gotta grab these quarks. So I'm running around. There's nothing else Screwball can do.
How do I do it?
I've got one more final section here, and then we go into our second transformation. Yeah, if anybody has seen the Looney Tune Duck Amuck, this is the first thing that Bugs transforms him into. He draws him as Screwball Daffy. Okay, so now I get transformed into Cluck the Space Chicken. So now I'm a little chicken, so I can go through this space vent. The only thing that the space chicken can do is like kind of hover with flaps, but he can't fly. But I'm flying down through the vents now.
Devilishly clever.
The way he hops through the vents is just kind of adorable.
Oh my
He's just excitedly jittering.
Wait, what did you say?
He looks adorable when he goes through the vents. He's just excitedly jittering.
Yeah.
Oh, we found the pinball again. By the way, if you guys want to see the demo showcase of this game, we're still only a brief 600 away. If you want to send in your own awful puns for me to read off as sarcastically as I can manage, feel free.
All right, we've reached the end of the Transformations app. We get back into Duck Dodgers, and now we've got 2 more final platforming sections. So this is the final defense. We've got to collect 3 keys.
How do I
That way we can open up the way to the second and final boss. And then we'll be on our way to fighting Marvin. Grabbing these keys very carefully. There we go. Okay, one more key to go. Okay, we've got all of our keys. Just making sure I don't fall off the level here. All right, here's the second to final boss. Yes, that's right. You guessed it. It's Robot Chicken.
Excuse me, what?
And when he's tilted, he just spills egg yolks everywhere, like he just did.
Oh, he just sprays like scrambled egg mix.
God, I was missing like 5 shots in a row there. Oh no, he shot one of his egg baddies. I died. You gotta be kidding me. I died to his egg boy. Please don't make me collect the keys again. That would be terrible. Okay, yeah, it's not. And I hope it doesn't make me fight him again either. Oh, that is the worst. Well,
Oh boy.
if you guys didn't have enough Robot Chicken, we're getting more.
Well, in the meantime, G-Virus is continuing to torture me with another $5. 2 goldfish are in a tank. One turns and says to the other,
How
"I'll
do you
man
drive
the
this
gun."
thing?
No. I'll man the gun, you steer. You were actually on the right there.
I was almost there.
Know how to drive this thing, guys. Hey, we've seen goldfish be glitch hunters. I'm sure they can drive a tank.
I'm getting trolled. This guy usually just chases you, but he's really not chasing me a lot.
He doesn't even like stop to spray the full yolk. He just gives a little like dab on the floor and turns
All right,
around.
there we go. Now he's dead. All right, now we can go and fight Marvin. All right, I know it's been a long, strange, and arduous journey. Thank you, everybody, for surviving this long. I know we're not finishing with 100% because of the game crash, but that was the 100% run. You did see me collect all the items, just not all in the correct order and not all at once.
Don't worry, we'll hit palindrome percent. It's fine. Speaking of, somebody needs to fix the palindrome.
By the way, everyone, we're just shy of $650.
You are making me very
Alright, it's almost done. Take running out. Get those donations in.
There we go. You gotta be very careful here. Only have 1 health.
You are making me very
How do I do it?
Oh, God bless. All right. We're going again.
That's more time, boys. That means you have a little bit longer of an opportunity to get your donations in to see the prototype early build of this game. So get them in while you still can.
So Marvin is kind of like a mean boss in that, like, you can shoot him to like lower his shields and whatever, but the method of shooting him is waiting for the game to like hone the gun in on him. If you pay attention to Daffy holding the ray gun, sometimes the gun will not point upwards and sometimes it will point upwards to shoot at him. So you just have to wait until it points upward and then you fire the gun.
You are making me very
There's another one. And after you shoot 2 shots into Marvin, K9 starts chasing you. So you also have to deal with that.
I forgot he had a tiny, weird-looking dog.
Come on, Marvin. Drop your shields. Yeah, so he dropped his shields there, but I just couldn't get the gun to hone. Time! Finally, it's over. All right. Well, that's Duck Dodgers for the N64. That was a pretty terrible showing. A couple things that had never happened to me before, but that's the run. That's all 100 atoms. Like I said, there's a lot of fun platforming sections. There's a lot of optimizations in the game, a lot of really fun platforming. So hopefully you enjoyed it, even with all the mistakes. And yeah, thanks No Reset for having me on for another run.
Is that him?
Well, thank you so much for coming out. It was a good run. Came out to 123.20, and I'd like to thank as well, finally, before we end up going, a $2.62 donation from Midnight Vesper, fixing the NTSC drone. Other than that, thank you for coming on. That was really fun to watch, actually. I'll have to look into the showcase, look into the demo at some point, just because it actually does really interest me right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Other than that, thank you for having me on for the last 2 runs, No Reset. I believe I'll probably be back sometime soon today. And chat, everybody, keep it lively. Happy to see you. Keep your puns to yourselves, please.
Unless, it's...
Yeah, I can't.
I believe that you're actually,
I believe so, yes. I believe I'm passing off to Ben Show Sly here. Wish him the best, and in the meantime, I'll probably get myself an extra nap.
Give me a chance, can't you?
thank you for an amazing run. Thank you for your... So stay tuned, everyone. We're gonna...
Are you?
Ate and Kelsey.
You are making me very angry.
Capcom.